Today I've been joined by Zoe Huggett, who plays for South Freo in the WAFLW competition. Zoe, thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. Now, Zoe, how did the footy journey start for you back when you started?
Yeah, I guess I played a year of footy in Gamalling, so out in the north east of Western Australia, and played a season there. Really loved it, and then I actually moved to Perth for basketball and ended up trialing out for the state team. Pretty much
Okay.
without ever playing another game of footy, and then was lucky to make the state team, and then kind of had to join a club. So started and played for East Freo for many years, and then yeah, moved over to Melbourne in 2020 to play footy over there, and that was
Mhm.
not a good year to move to Melbourne. COVID really rained on my parade, and then ended up
Yeah.
coming back, and South Freo reached out and said, "Hey, do you want to play for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So um, yeah, that's kind of how it started and where it's at now. And yeah, I'm really happy being at the Dogs, and yeah, it's great.
Very good. I actually didn't know about the VFL in Melbourne thing. Did you play locally, or was it meant to be a VFW team?
Yeah, it was meant to be VFLW. I went over for Hawthorn. That didn't really work out, and then
Hmm.
was lucky enough to be with North Melbourne. And then yeah, just COVID happened,
Yeah.
and the season obviously got cancelled. My brother-in-law was really ill, so I moved back over, or I tried
Okay.
to move back over, but the
Mm.
borders and stuff were pretty hard to navigate at that time. But
Yeah,
yeah, and then just ended up staying back over here.
that's good. So, how was the move to South Freo? You mentioned they reached out when you came back. How's it been like in the fifth season now? Is it since you've joined them? How's that been?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's really good. Obviously, that first season was South Freo's first season in the Waffle. So that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
We felt like we just grinded and grinded and grinded week after week, and didn't get too much
Mm.
reward. We obviously didn't win in our first two seasons. So to play each week and train, like we trained, and still didn't get reward for effort was really hard.
Mm.
But ever since that second season, we've just grown and grown and grown. Obviously 2020, it must have been 2023, we made the prelim final, and that was really exciting time for us as a club, and really showed the growth of the team and the club as well. So
Mm.
yeah, and then this year we've kind of cracked it off to a great start. And we're all really excited about what the year could bring us, and hoping to get back into finals, and yeah, see what we can do there.
That's good. Obviously you've had 3 games so far. How do you feel the team's gone
Yeah.
so far?
Yeah, 3-3, 3-0, sorry, I should say,
Yeah.
is a really great way to start the season.
Mm.
We as a team are like really passionate. We really love each other. We get around each other, and we're building a really good culture at the club. And um, I'm not sure if you saw, but the boys all came down and sang the song with us
Yeah. Yep.
after the game on Saturday, and it's just such a good culture at the moment. And good culture builds good teams, and or vice versa as well. So
Yeah.
we're going to continue to build on that, and when we connect for 4 full quarters, it's going to be pretty hard to stop. So
Mm.
um, yeah, the girls are feeling pretty up and about, and yeah, we can't wait to just play week in, week out.
For sure. Obviously I did see that clip as you mentioned, obviously all the guys and the women in there as well. It's good to see a good club song. Now, obviously, 2 players, well, one came back for at least for now. Indi Strom, obviously getting drafted
Yeah,
by the Docker to go join his sister Miriam. I've had both of them on, and they're both great people. I'm sure you'd have the
yeah.
same thoughts for them. But yeah, must be nice to see Indy get rewarded and actually get it back for a game or two now.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were all so stoked for Indy. Obviously, like so many people have put themselves in the ring for the draft, and it's a really
Mm.
tricky time as a club. You're trying to support all your teammates. Some who are obviously sad to have not been picked up, but then also the elation of getting a teammate picked up. And the way that the Dockers did that with Mim giving India her jumper and stuff was just absolutely lovely. And
Mm.
she's a great talent, and someone who, like, I don't think she rates herself highly enough.
Mm.
So yeah, to see her get picked up after such a great season, and she really built last year as well, and just was really strong for us down back, and it's really exciting, like, to see what she can do in the AFLW this season and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, it's great to have her back for a game, and we were pretty sad to lose her, I think, in a selfish way, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was really nice to have her back.
For sure. I was going to say, did it feel any different with her coming into the team last week? With Holly, I followed her teammate at Freo now, but especially with Indy, obviously being in there already, did it feel any different having her back? I was like, you're back. Good job. It's like it was a little hiatus and it's a little temporary thing. How was the feeling when she came back?
Yeah, I think it kind of was because it was so early in the season too, like, being round 3. It was kind of like Indy's just always been there, which I think is a credit to her, like, being able to come back in so seamlessly and also to the other girls as well, being so welcoming, for her to come back. But, yeah, it was kind of like, "Oh, she's back, like, Indy's back," you know? And yeah, it was kinda like she never left, so it was really good to have her back.
For sure. How do you feel like the side is assessed for, in terms of acquisitions they've brought in? Obviously, Tara Stribley, who was at Freo for a little bit, and there's been a few other ex-players as well that come from Freo as well. So it must be nice to have some former AFLW players in the mix to make your team even stronger than you already had.
Yeah, absolutely, like, getting TJ, back, Stribs back, like, they're just such good talents for us and, they're sorry, my dog is in the screen.
No, you're right.
They're such good talent. They're so smart. They bring so much to our club, like just professionalism and the way the way they go about their footy and stuff is just second to none. And yeah, they bring so much drive out of the midfield. Like Stribs obviously scored her first goal for us on Saturday as well, so that was really exciting. TJ also got on the board, so you know, it's exciting to see what they can do and yeah, it's great to have them back in the team and they just bring so much for us.
That's good. Your dog will not be the only animal that's made a cameo appearance. See, they want the camera time. They're telling you, Zoe, they're telling you, move along. It's my time. You wouldn't be the first one that had this happen. There we go. He's got his camera time.
He just wants, oh, no, I'm sorry. He just wants the attention.
Yeah, well, he's definitely getting it. I've just brought him up. So there you go.
I'm so sorry.
Now, you're all right. So I've lost. Okay. Now I spoke to someone yesterday from the WAFLW competition with the app. They kind of fluctuate the games played in someone's career. Now the WAFLW app has you currently have played 40 games. Would that be around accurate, or would that way off as well?
It's probably accurate for WAFLW, but obviously not my total career games.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. The same happens to me. I don't know what it's like in Perth, but even Victoria, we've got a app that's called Play HQ now, and when playing cricket, I've played well over around 200 games. But now they changed from an app that was called My Cricket now to Play HQ, and they've kind of separated the stats together. So now each website has numbers that are way off. So it's really annoying trying to tell someone, no, I've played about 200, and they go, it says 50. You haven't played anywhere near. I'm like, no, I have, but they separated it. And some years there were stats that weren't put up. It just makes it really fucking frustrating, you know?
Yeah, it does, absolutely. And like people, you know, I'll play my 50th game this year, but really I've been playing since I was 14, so there's a lot more than 50 games counted for there. But and even on Play HQ, I still would beg to differ that that's correct. So I think that has me about 100, and I played my first 50th in I think it was like 2013, and there's a photo of me, Ashley Gomes banner, saying my 50th. So you know, it doesn't take me, I've had a few injuries, but it doesn't take me whatever that is, 7 years or 8 years to build another 50. So yeah, it's a funny one.
That's good. Obviously now, so according to the app, let's just run with the stats that the app have for now. 40 games, 40 goals. We know you love kicking a goal, Zoe, and obviously it's something that's come naturally for you all the time, because that's pretty consistent. When you think about it, there's not many people in most comps that will consistently average a goal a game in their career, maybe in the season or so, but in their career, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that, so that's kind of cool. I love kicking a goal. Goals are great. It's my job as a forward, I guess, but I also didn't play forward in a lot of those games. I was probably typically a ruck with a forward rotation, so that's even cooler to have a goal a game.
Nice flex. Now, speaking of great goals, Zoe, now I have, and you may have seen over time, I do goal kicking challenges with people, and I love kicking goals in the pockets, and I've been to Perth twice, and I've had goal kicking challenges where I've gone okay and not so great. And then recently I've got a good track record against, this is funny saying this, I've got a better track record at beating top 10 AFLW draft prospects, or people that have been drafted in the top 10, than I have people that are outside that, which is, I don't know, it's like I want to live up to the big occasion. Normally, I would go bad against people that are, you know, at the top draft range and everything like that, but I don't know what it is. I just got a great record. I think I'm 5-6 against top 10 draft picks. So I feel pretty proud of myself.
That's a
But
good
now,
record.
I know, very, very good. Hopefully I can add more to the resume with that. That'd be a great thing. And beat so-and-so in the Goal King Challenge. They got drafted in the top 10. But anyway, that's the only thing I could do at footy was kick goals. Now, speaking of goals, you can kick goals yourself. And I have a pocket when I do these Goal King Challenges, Zoe. I call it the Scoops Pocket. Now, it seems like you may be claiming your own with this goal on the weekend.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't pick up on that, Zoe. I actually did not pick up on the actual celebration. The actual check side I did. I actually didn't catch up on that. Can you go through all that? And I love, by the way, I love the celebration, the carry on and everything like that, and the interesting celebration there. I'm going to detail in a minute, but what was it like? That was cool.
Yeah, it was it was pretty funny because I butchered a check side against Perth in the same side pocket. Absolutely butchered it, kicked it straight across the face. And I've kicked a couple from the other pocket at Freo Oval in training and stuff, and like have kicked some great check sides in the last couple of weeks, and then in games just dreadful. And then training last week, there was another opportunity for me to kick a check side, and I did the same thing, sprayed it straight across the face of goals. And I thought, bloody hell, like I'm normally all right, but dreadful at the moment. Anyway, the opportunity came up on Saturday and I didn't have a second thought. Like I'm a typical forward. I see goals and I'm going to kick the ball towards the goals. And then, kicked it, it went through and like, it was, close to goal. So it's not like I'm banging it from 40 meters out, but it went through and I literally said, oh, finally I've got one. Cause I was like, if this sprayed across the pocket, I'd probably drag myself. Especially being 2 weeks in a row. But managed to go straight through. And me and Annalie, who's the other girl in the video, we said we were going to have a celebration, and she's gone around and made a celebration with all the girls in the forward line. And we had a lot of jokes. Did we do the bowling one? Like so many different ones. And then we came up with the bow down kind of after I kicked the 3 on in the derby, but we ended up not doing the bow down, thank God, but we've just done the simple nod the head, and that's where that came from.
That's good. I love when people, number one, kick great goals like that, and get a celebration, because a lot of people I ask, so they don't really have goal celebrations. Well, at least the ones I've asked lately, they keep saying, no, I don't really have one, even if they don't kick goals or anything, they don't really get up and about, but that's a great one. So is that like a common thing for most goals you get, where there's some form of a celebration?
Yeah, well, I think Annalie and I are now trying to do a celebration, a goal, just to like switch it up. It just builds like a good environment, and it just makes it more fun. Like kicking goals is fun, and then the celebration afterwards is great. But I had one in the derby where I did a little jumper tug and pulled the jumper, and that was really unplanned, like very unplanned, and I've never done that before, and it just sort of happened. And I think for me, like one of the questions I was asked was, do I plan my celebrations? And the answer is, except for that one, definitely not. But it just happens. Whatever happens, I guess. And you get really excited, and sometimes the opportunity presents to do something fun with the celebration. And I think even after that goal on Saturday, I ran away from everyone. I was like, oh, I've got to give some high fives here. But whatever happens. But yeah.
That's good. Now, does Annalie seem to take the credit now for some of these goals that you get now? Because when you get a goal, she's getting a goal.
Yeah, that's true. Now she's in the videos talking about a celebration. But no, I think she's actually just really keen to get as many celebrations as she can. But we've got a new challenge this week. We've got to come up with another one. So we won't reuse it. We'll just we'll come up with something else now. So
very good. Stay true. Yes, exactly. Well, if you're going to do celebrations like that every time, they're definitely going to be must see, and can't wait for the next goal on the weekend, hopefully. Now, you mentioned too about that jumper tug goal. That was actually to win the game, wasn't it? Was it round 1? Was it? How was that feeling?
Yeah, that was ecstatic. That's something else. Like everyone wants to win round 1. Everyone wants to win a derby. Everyone wants to kick a winning goal. But like to do all 3 in one game was just like actually out of this world, and still watching it back, I'll get goosebumps, which I don't think I've ever got with any other bit of footage that I've watched. The girls just fought so hard in that fourth quarter. Like, if you looked at the scores at the start of the start of the fourth, you'd say South Free were out of it, and like, you'd be silly if you didn't. And then we just ground it back. We just kept going and going, and we won outside of the midfield, and we just kicked it in and let the forwards go to work, and we did that. And we became a pretty dangerous team in that fourth quarter.
That's right, for sure. Now, just on the topic of goals, so since we keep this goal theme going, I think I know the answer that you're going to give me, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Mark or goal of the year, which one would you rather do and why? And even though you pull off goals like that, you will get nominated. Yeah. But regardless, which one would you rather do?
Look, probably goal of the year. Although, being a tall forward, I'm probably more likely to get mark of the year because I'm not typically your crumbing forward, that's for sure. But my goal on the weekend was the crumbing goal, I guess. But I think you probably find it more likely to take a good grab than kick a fluky goal like that one. Well, it's not really fluky, but probably still goal of the year is pretty cool.
That's right. And I mean, it is a 50-50 call, but I always choose goal when I don't play footy never. When goal king challenges is only goal related, right? And they're the fun bits for me. And I feel like with a goal too, you can exaggerate the celebration a little bit for like 30 seconds to a minute in an actual game. Whereas a mark, no matter if it's a set shot mark, type cool mark, or in the back line, well, yeah, but you have to play on within 5 seconds or so probably. Where the goal you can carry on for a little bit longer.
You don't often get like your teammates coming up to you, giving you high fives and everything when you take a hang.
That's right.
So it's kind of like once you take it, it's done. So you're right. You can live in the moment a bit longer with the goal.
Exactly. The only time I see you might be able to get a pat on the shoulder or whatever when you take a hanger mark is when it's in the goal square or something like that, or in the forward line where it's a set shot. Because if you do it in the mark, it's like in the back line, it's like, yeah, great, now hurry up and get up and kick the ball side or whatever.
Yeah, get it out of there.
Yeah, hurry up and get it up. Stop celebrating. It's nice.
Literally.
Something like that. Now, again, this is something I normally ask a lot of people, but I know you do this, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Love sharing your own highlights online. It's a great thing to do. And I like people that actually share it or whatever you want to call it, because some people are very, very boring, Zoe. They say, oh, nah, I won't share it. Mate, if you get a good goal or a good mark or anything that's funny, why not share it? Isn't the whole point of having an account to post something?
Yeah, well, that's true. I think, I guess it's a little bit, it's not cocky. I don't do it for being cocky or arrogant. I do it because I think it's sick. And I guess maybe that is cocky if you think your own goal is cool. But I think at the end of the day, like, people know I play footy. People know I'm probably going to kick a goal or two. And if I can share that and, raise awareness of WAFLW or, the things that girls can do, because I still think sometimes like a lot of people don't think girls can still play footy and stuff. And I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And, I certainly am not someone who takes that personally, but I think like if I could be an advocate for being like, hey, this is something cool that like girls have done, then like, why not get around it? Why not share it? And it's not even my stuff. Like, if someone was to do something wicked and they share it, like, I'll reshare it. Like, I just think spread that awareness of female footy and that we too can do cool things and kick goals from pockets and stuff. Like, why not?
For sure. There's plenty of good examples, where you see plenty of good goals and wins. I know it was a practice match, but on the weekend, Zippy Fitch kicked it really nice off of Sydney from like 60 out, and it's like pretty cool. Like moments like that where people, you mentioned, for the people that would criticise it, you can't really fluke that. To a degree you might, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I think it looked like it was wet too, which I could be totally wrong, but it looked like it was raining, which makes that goal even better because obviously, wet balls are heavy. So, to absolutely roost it like that is really impressive. And Zippy's not exactly, the biggest, strongest person on a footy field either, like in the most respectful way. She's quick and light and agile. So, to absolutely roast a ball 60 metres is like very impressive.
For sure, yeah, exactly, absolutely. Now, we can't mention Zippy without mentioning Molly, as in Molly O'Hare. It must be nice to see a good teammate, which, again, you knew in advance was going to be gone after the end of last year. Must be nice to see her join the Demons.
Yeah, so good. And again, like, that's a bit of the same thing with, like, Indi, it was really exciting to celebrate Molly. We obviously knew she was going to get picked up, and that was like really exciting just to wait and see with her, like where she was going and stuff, and all the hype and everything. Like it was always like all about Mole, and like to her credit, she fully deserved everything that she got. She worked really hard for it. She's a pure talent on the footy field, and someone that I really loved and was fortunate enough to play with so much at South Freo. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what she can do. She's going to absolutely rip it up, and yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see her play.
For sure. I mean, I was at the state game when they first Vic Country. I can't remember which it was, Vic Metro or Vic Country. I was at that same day Moorabbin they were playing there. I mean, that probably wasn't Molly's biggest game, but it showed though in the impact when she actually had the ball and when she was doing some things, she showed she dominates without having to have 30 possessions like some of the mids would get, and the importance and the agility that she has and versatility to kind of play a few roles. I think, which is why she would have gone so highly where she did.
Yeah, absolutely. Molly can play anywhere. I've seen Molly play off a half back. I've seen her play inside mid. I've seen her play as a half forward. She's really is such a versatile utility. And, even if it's not possession, she's creating contests. She's, making her player work for it. Like if she's not getting 20 odd, 30 odd possessions, I guarantee you she'll have 10 plus tackles, or, she makes an impact in the game in other ways. And that's really valuable for teams. So, she's definitely going to be one to watch this year. That's for sure.
For sure. I mean, from the time I was at that game, I mean, I've seen the other games as well, but when I was physically at that game, it was Molly, it was Zippy, and it was Lily Patterson who all got drafted. So there's no surprise to me that those were the best three that I saw individually and throughout that tournament, and there were the three that were drafted.
Yeah, and Lily's a great gun too. Like obviously I don't have or didn't have too much to do with Lily down at Swans, but playing on her and stuff, you just would see her all around. And I think it's like full credit to these young kids, I'll call them, but they we go into the games and we talk about the opposition always and stuff like that, and who you're targeting. And when you're targeting 17 18-year-olds in a league competition, like that's huge credit to them. So and that was certainly the case for probably the three of them. So
Yeah, definitely. All three of them were up there in that WAFLW WBNF. I know Lily was third and Zippy was second. So, I mean, and I think Molly would have been around the mark as well. So it just shows how, good the draft crop from this year, or this year, last year, I don't know what you want to call it now, but that year.
I don't know what year.
I mean, technically it was last year, but they haven't played yet. So is it last year still? But they so confusing when you're in the start of a year. They haven't physically played yet, especially at the AFLW now, and it's like they haven't played yet, but they were drafted last year, but they didn't play last year. So it's confusing. But anyway, whatever. Yeah. Now, what is the best goal, Zoe, you've ever gotten? Again, goal kicker, so there's plenty of goals you get. What is the best goal you got? It doesn't have to be even in the game. What's the best goal you've ever got?
That's a great question. I did a cheeky one at training this year. I did a fend off in the pocket and another cheeky check side. That was pretty cool just because it's not something that you pick up and you snap. So like beat the defender, fend it off, and then kick the check side. That was pretty cool. But also you can't go past like a running goal from 50 or something like that where you just put it on the boot and go for it. But yeah, or the winning goal. There's so many.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. That's a good thing that, you got all those options. I feel like, again, we're not talking about ourselves with goalkeeping, but that's what we're here for. Yeah. So with, I feel like the best goal too I've ever gotten off camera, this is not an on camera one. I was at Whitten Oval, the Dogs ground. I don't know. I can't remember what it was doing. I was waiting for something. So I was just killing time. So I was there and this old bloke was there having a kick. So we're kind of just retrieving each other's footies for each other. And he saw me probably doing snaps as I always do them. And he said to me, you know what, Cooper? He said, mate, how about you go about 50? I'm like, I cannot even kick 40 and you want me to go 50? I think you could establish from that 15 minutes of watching that I can't kick far. He's like, go about 40 out on the boundary. So I'm a right footer. So right pocket, 40, 50 odd out on the boundary. But to make it harder, he said, torp it. I said, I can't even torp either. Well, not like properly to where you can consistently do it every time you attempt it, right? I do pull one out here and there that does connect and everything. Unintentional torps also connect too sometimes, which is funny, I reckon. But yeah, so I was like 40-ish, 45 out. He's like, I just tried torp. I'm like, all right. There was no win, by the way. There was no advantage or disadvantage. I just tried it and I got it. And on the full, didn't dribble in and like roll through it. Actually, I couldn't freaking believe it. And there was one person there and it wasn't on camera. So old bloke knows Yeah, old bloke sees it and knows it, but no one else. Disappointing.
Don't you hate that? It's actually
Yeah, I
nothing
do.
worse.
I know. And that's what I mean. And I told people that night and that day, I messaged them, so I just kicked one from 40. They're like,
And
bullshit.
they'll be
I
like,
said,
nah,
I
mate.
did.
Yeah.
I did. I should have got that guy's name or something, and so he could
Yeah.
sort of.
Testify.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, now goal kicking challenges. I feel like if I ever do venture down to Perth again, I feel like Zoe, you got to be a part of this video because you've got some pretty impressive goals. I've got some pretty impressive goals, and then we're going to put it to the test, and then we'll probably both shit the bed if that was to happen. And yeah, it'd be good to see who
Probably
wins.
nothing.
If
I'd
only.
be
Yeah.
keen.
Yeah, that'd definitely be good. Now, teammate questions. I love asking teammate questions, Zoe. I love getting these answers. I love. Some people are very. What's the right word? Very. I don't know the word, but like they don't want to reveal something. They're hiding it a little bit. Maybe not hiding is not the right word, but like keep it to themselves and not in the public eyes. But there's some good answers I get out of them as well. Now, first one: who loves the limelight, the attention at South Freo, and they can't get enough of it, and they know what to do when the camera's around?
Probably Poppy Stockwell. Nah, Poppy's a funny one. She will come across like she doesn't love the limelight, but if you've ever seen that girl kick a goal, she will find the limelight. So yeah, Poppy's one of those ones that's like really quiet, really kind of like keeps to herself. But maybe she doesn't love the limelight, but she rises to occasions and she creates her own success, I guess, is probably a better way to phrase that one upon reflection. But yeah, she finds the limelight in the sense of what she does off her right foot.
That's good. Who would Google themselves and watch their own highlights?
That's a great question. Probably Jazzy Baisley. So she's like a little small forward, can play off a halfback. I think someone took a photo of her and it went up for like sports photo of the year or something, and we call her the koala because she just she literally just latched on to. She's about 5 foot nothing and probably about 40 something kilos, and she just latched on to basically a tall forward, and she got marched around the footy oval while wearing a backpack. So yeah, she's probably one that gets really excited about things that she does, and rightly so. But yeah, I reckon she'd probably look at her highlights.
Very good. And by the way, for context, I mean, I have a channel, so I kind of have to. But I would post my own highlights if I didn't even have a channel. It's definitely something good to see. And I mean, you mentioned before about whether it's arrogant or cocky or something. I don't think it is, especially when you do something good. I mean, it's not like it happens every week, unless your name's Eddie Betts.
No,
I don't think it happens every week. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, if you were stuck on a deserted island of teammates, Zoe, who are you bringing and not bringing, and why?
That's a great question. Bringing probably our skip, Lauren Vecchio, or our co-skip, I should say. She's very level-headed. She's quite smart, very intelligent, just a good leader as well. So I'm probably bringing her, and then not bringing. There's probably a few that I, in the nicest way possible, just think, bloody hell. Like Hannah Young, didn't know our coach was pregnant. She's 6 months pregnant. She ate a block of cheese watching our game. Yeah, there's probably a few. Jazzy's probably also in that boat, just does some silly things. Yeah. They'd provide entertainment.
Yes, but you need to get out of there.
But
That's
if
the
I
other
would
thing.
need to get out, I'm probably not bringing them.
That's fair. Who is your favourite teammate of the club or teammates?
God, that's hard. There's 35 girls, so I might create some more here. But I don't know. Like, to be honest, lame answer, but I love them all. I love playing like with Poppy again. I think she and I have a really good connection on the field. So love building that from like almost small forward. She doesn't really play as small forward, but technically small forward to full forward kind of situation. Love playing with her. The girls are just really supportive. Megan Bain, she and I have played country footy together, and love that. Shannon Pommer's back. So there's so many girls that, we're just kind of a tight group. So, yeah, I love playing with any of them, really, week in, week out. There's no one that I look at and go, don't really want to play with you this week. So I think that's a good thing.
No, that's fair. What's something at the club someone does that you can't stand, whether that's like leaving rubbish around, has been flat out annoying, and is there any potential culprits for that?
Um, no one does any weird stuff like that I can think of. I think the biggest
Mhm.
thing for me, and it's a bit contentious, is I can't stand the smell of Red Bull.
Oh yeah.
And it makes me want to throw up every single time. And there's about 3 or 4 girls that'll crack a can of Red Bull in our team meeting, so there's nowhere for me to go. And I always seem to be like in front of them, behind them, to the side of them. And then as soon as I hear a can crack, I just know that I'm going to sit there for the next 15
Keep looking
minutes and
around, going,
I'll
"Where
throw
is
up.
it?" Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a couple that do that, and each their own. That will have everyone has their own things, pre-game things, but just
Yes.
that one makes me feel physically unwell. So it's probably that.
Yeah, it gives you wings, they say. But yeah,
Yeah,
definitely didn't just copy that off
it
the
might
ad.
give me wings to fly
No,
away.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one. Now, who is the best chatterbox at the club?
Oh Lord, there's a lot. We talk a lot. Charlie Vandenberg, she loves a chat. On field, off field, doesn't matter what field. She's yapping away. Jazz again, absolute chatterbox. Um, Yeah, who else have we got? There's many, many. Hannah Blythe, yet to play a WAFLW game, but she loves a chat. But yeah, Charlie's probably the biggest chatterbox, I reckon. On-field
Mm.
comms, which is always good. You always need
Mm.
on-field comms.
Yes,
But yeah, she chats.
sure. You definitely need chatterboxes on the field. Absolutely, can't be a mute.
Yeah.
At least on the
No.
field, at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what TV show? Who would? So, which teammate would appear on a reality TV show, and who would it be, and what show would they be on, and would you be on one yourself?
I reckon Ella Ward would be on a reality TV show. She would probably be on something like, oh, actually, Lucy Gilchrist, hands down, is
Hmm.
probably going on like maths or she has a partner at the moment. So like if they were not there.
Yeah.
Or I could also probably see her on Farmer Wants a Wife, which I think would be really comical. But Lucy teaches outdoor ed and stuff. So yeah, I think
Okay.
she could be on a reality TV show.
Would you be on
Why?
one?
Um, I mean, I would like take every opportunity. It wouldn't be maths.
Mm.
But Survivor or something would be really cool. Kirby Bentley, someone I used to play footy with quite well. She obviously went on Survivor and killed it.
Mm.
But also like that would just be really good fun and challenging, of course. But like it'd be pretty cool experience. But yeah,
Mm.
not a maths.
That's fair enough. Now, who are the best singers and dancers at the club? I mean, you were kind of doing some dancing type celebrations with Annalie, so with the goals. So,
Yeah.
who would be the best singers and dancers? Surely there's someone that's hidden that not many people know outside of your group.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. We
Mm.
did a karaoke night on our camp. Um,
Hmm.
we went down to Bustleton for 2 days. And yeah, we sang some karaoke down there. But I'm not gonna lie, I probably avoided the karaoke area. Got a bit unhinged, let's say, towards the end. But
Yeah.
I actually I could be wrong, but I don't think any of the girls are quite musically gifted in the terms of vocals in the club.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, they all love a dance. Like, Hannah Burt loves the dance. She's got a favourite little dance move at the moment, little Vogue. Sorry, my dog hit the computer. Little Vogue
Okay.
moment going on. But the girls will absolutely belt out songs to the top of their lungs,
Hmm.
which probably makes it sound not great. So
Yeah. Bad mixture. Can't sing and they're getting loud. I mean, that's a
yeah,
terrible combination.
it's where it goes wrong. Yeah.
Well, it's all gone downhill from there. Now, if there was going to be three teammates to form a rock/music band, who would be in that music band, and what would the band be called?
I think you'd probably find Ella Ward would be
Hmm.
in the band.
Hmm.
Um, she loves a bit of a performance, not in a
Yeah.
negative way, in a good way. She'll get up in front of anybody and do anything there. Lucy
Hmm.
Gilchrist, again, loves a performance. Um, and then probably Hunter Cronin. So they're a
Hmm.
little trio anyway in themselves. They've got a little groupie going, but not in a band. But yeah, they get along quite well. So I think together they would perform something. And then I don't know. I reckon it would have to be a funny name, like
The Three
Obviously, like
Musketeers.
the Hoolies. Yeah, well, I was going to say something like the Hooly Doolies, but obviously that's taken. But like something along those lines where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, funny. They're just a bunch of like little rat bags. So I think the
The
three of
Three
them
Rat
together are a
Bags,
bit of a
then.
potent. Yeah, they're a bit of a
Something like-
potent trio, but yeah.
Yeah. Dangerous. Right. Now, there's a few more team ones. See, I love asking these. You always get good answers out of these,
Yeah.
and I'm glad you come with some good ones. Now, oh yeah, teammates that fly under the radar and don't get talked about as much as you feel they should.
Yeah. Good Lord, there's actually quite a few. I think Melinda Bobby is new to WAFLW this year, but I think she's going to be an absolute jet. So she's probably one to watch this space. She's come up from the Southwest Footy League, so playing for Bunbury. And I was fortunate enough to play with her in the representative side for Southwest. But she will absolutely kill it, and I think the longer she stays in a WAFLW kind of pathway, she's really going to grow and develop as a backliner, and yeah, she's going to kill it. She's a little small, nimble, half backer, so will run the ball out and has got an elite kick on her. So yeah, she's definitely one there.
Very good. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. This is a poaching question. So, I mean, they're not your teammate, but you want them as a teammate. If you could poach one player from another WAFLW club, who is it and why? Again, it can be as unrealistic as you want. Who are you poaching?
Yeah, good question. There's a couple of good ones out there. Obviously, like, if you win the ball, you can do more with it. So, you know, like I think Claremont in a great position with Jamie Harkin out there, and you know, I reckon any team would be wanting to have her. You know, ball winners really.
Exactly.
We also got Mia Russo, West Perth. Like, she's going to kill it. She's going to be one to watch in the next couple of years if she isn't already. But yeah, there's a couple out there who I'm now going blank. But
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Now, most prized possessions that you own away from teammates. Now, what is your most prized possessions that you own?
Probably my dog.
Yeah,
if
love the
I can
airtime.
count him as owning him. Yeah, I've had to keep patting him. Sorry for the stream, but I've had to keep patting him because he keeps pawing at the computer.
He's doing it on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing. He's very needy, but he's definitely probably my most prized possession. He's 4 years old. Other than that, I just bought a new car, so probably the car's up there. So
nice.
I want to try to chuck a rooftop tent and go do some camping and stuff on times away from footy. And then but they're probably my two most. And then there's like other little things, like I play music and stuff like that, so like my guitars and random things like that, they're pretty prized.
That's good. Now, one time, it was probably a while ago, it was maybe a year ago now, I had someone perform a live performance on a video like this, but they got the heads up. They voluntarily brought it up, saying how good they were on the flute or the I think it was the flute or something like that, or something like that. Yeah, I think it was a flute. Anyway, they brought it up to me the night before. They're like, "Oh, I play that. I can play a song on the thing." I'm like, okay, because normally since that day I've tried getting a few other people to do it and they won't do it, or not that they won't do it, they just there's a reason. Their voice isn't good, they got a sore arm, something. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. That popped off actually. Apparently that person always does it, so yeah, I'm not surprised they wanted to intentionally do it. But yeah, pretty impressive. How would you say your skills are on the instruments?
Pretty mid. Like, I'm not elite. I taught myself guitar and then taught myself piano and then play a little bit of drums and random things like when I can. So, but yeah, I'm all self-taught. I'm not really someone that will I haven't got the talent to listen to a song and then be able to replicate it straight away. Like, I think people who can do that are just so musically gifted, and that's really great. But I'm someone that if I've got sheet music, I can read that, or if you tell me the chords or whatever, I can play that by sight. But I just play kind of for fun.
Nice.
I've got a couple of guitars and stuff that I just sit down and play when I've got some spare time.
Very good. Now, hot topic food questions. I love asking these food questions because so many people get worked up and angry over so many food debates. What's this called? You shouldn't have this on it. That belongs there.
Yes.
So we want to do all that. So there's 6 food questions I asked. Now, I've asked over 150 people these questions. Only 10 people have got this first question wrong because there is only one answer. And the lowest score anyone's ever gotten is a bunch of people on 3. So you want to join this fake honours board and be the first person to get under 3. Because at first it was more of a piss take where I kept saying a fake honours board. But since I've gone so far with no one getting that, I might legitimately put someone's name on your
do one.
I might actually do it. I might put a sticker. I might not write on it, but or something like that. But yeah, I might do it at this point because it's a so we'll see. Right, let's see if you're not going to be added onto the fake honours board, is what I call it. Now, the first one, the most important one, chicken palmy. Is it a palmy or is it something else?
It's a palmy.
Good. Now, no one from Perth has said anything else, so that's a good thing. Now, you did that stint in Melbourne, so I was a bit worried, half worried that you might change it. So I'm glad you didn't, so thank you. Because I will always tell the people that say anything else, I'll say 2 simple things, Zoe. Spell it out, it's an I, and pronounce it's palmy.
Correct.
Not palm anything else. It's all rubbish. Rubbish. The rest of the answers are ridiculous. Now, tomato sauce, cupboard or fridge?
This is going to sound really bad, but I'm wherever it ends up after I use it.
Okay, I was worried where you were going with that. So I thought you were going to say neither.
No, I might take it out of the fridge and it might stay on the bench for a few days.
Oh yeah.
And then it might end up in the cupboard. Or it's essentially in a cupboard if it's on the bench. But yeah, it kind of just depends where like what I'm doing at the time. If I've got 4 things to put in the cupboard, then the sauce will go back in the cupboard. But I'm not like, if you know how like you refill your sauce.
Yes.
That sauce lives in the cupboard. So I guess that's the answer. Like if my replacement sauce is living in the cupboard, then maybe I'm a cupboard.
That's fine. I'll give you that one 2 for 2 because the only way you wouldn't get a point, as I said, was if you were going to say neither. I thought the way you started saying wording now, oh crap, Zoe's going to be the first person out of 150 or so or more to say neither. And then you might automatically get your name on here.
I might,
No, don't even have to get under 3. You just might just get up for being that as well, being the first for that, first for everything, they say. Now the next, so you're 2 for 2 so far, 2 for 2 so far, so good job. I only need at least one more and then this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So pineapple on a pizza, yes or no?
Big yes.
Damn it. Okay. People always get me with this one.
Yes.
Okay, no. Huge yes.
Huge. Like I add pineapple to like pizza.
Oh yes.
Pineapple.
Okay. I certainly wouldn't have it on.
Pineapple.
Now I like pepperoni, but no. Don't try and make me deduct a point off you somehow. I don't normally deduct. I don't think I've ever deducted points. It's like first you say you like it, which is whatever, and then you say you put extra, and then you say it on the pizza I like. Now you're like you're getting close to losing one. But you kick good goals, so I'll keep you there. All right, 2 for 3. Just need at least one more. Favorite food? Don't say pineapple.
Oh mate, it's pretty close to being pineapple.
Is it?
I'll have like ham, cheese, and pineapple toasted sandwiches. Like pineapple goes on everything.
Okay, shit. So is it pineapple? Yeah, I'd intentionally had it. Don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, probably pineapple. Like pizza's good anyway as like a proper food.
Okay.
And chocolate's pretty close.
So just to be clear, which one you going? Is it pizza? I mean, is it the pizza one?
Probably pineapple.
Okay, 2 for 4. Oh no! Well, you got 2 more, and these aren't that hard. You're slipping down. See, I was getting all happy and excited, thinking you're going to go to the top, and now
I'm 6 for 6.
Yeah, now you're 2 for 4. You could be 2 for 6. Yeah. Food you don't like.
Egg.
Shit. Now we're in trouble. Now we're 2 for 5. I was so confident. Now I said, shit. Oh, this dream is now alive. Oh shit.
Yeah, I hate egg. Hate.
And
it makes
considering
me
you give me, Don't make me take a point off. Now, I'm a bit worried now with this last question. It's normally a question that people always get a correct answer to, but considering you've detailed a little bit your love for pineapple, I'm really afraid that the food pineapple is going to be involved in this again in some
Oh
capacity.
no.
What is your favorite food? Favorite takeaway, / restaurant place. You got pineapple in my mind now.
Favorite takeaway, probably
/
burgers.
Okay, great. Now, I know you're going to put the pineapple on it because I'm going to ask you what your go-to order is or what you would have on this burger. But, if you could save yourself, because I know you're going to mention pineapple, I already know where you're partially going with this. So, if you've got one rubbish item that I don't like or don't fancy,
Yeah.
I might give you the pointy. But if you have if you have more negatives than positive in this burger choice, you could be the first on this board. So, what is the go-to order at a burger place?
Probably like, I don't know what you would call it, but let's say like, if we're talking grilled, and this got me, like, this is a fun fact. So in Perth, there's a burger called the Wild Wild West.
Okay,
and in Melbourne, it's called the Melbourne. I think it's called the Melbourne. And
is it?
It's by memory. Yeah, and so it's like normal beef patty, cheese, onion, beetroot. Love beetroot. That's up there with the pineapple.
Oh, you're doing this on purpose, Tommy. You're doing this on purpose. Yeah, go on.
Cheese, onion, bacon. Yeah, beetroot. It's meant to have egg on it, but I take that off. And like, I'd probably, like, if I was making it at home, I'd add lettuce, but like, can't be pickles, can't be tomato. That's going off it too. And yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. The lettuce is going to be etched in history now as the saving grace for Zoe. No fake on board. You were three out of 6 items in those burgers you just chose that will go bad and good. So you were literally 50-50. Then I thought you were about to stop, and then you said lettuce, and you said you don't like pickles and tomatoes, so that also additionally saved you. But the lettuce has defied it. You are not joining the fake on the board with no one on it. Oh shit! Now that is definitely the most nerve-wracking basic food questions or answers I've gotten, and shit, we had a lot of swings and roundabouts. You want to go for 6 and 6, I thought at first. Then you mentioned pineapple. I'm like, that's all right. It's only one. Then the obsession for pineapple went, and then you mentioned the pizza that I like, and then had pineapple on it. And then you said you don't like egg, and that's another one, but that's another story for another day. I thought, shit, we're going downhill. We're going to be the first one. And then you were naming individual items. And you mentioned beetroot, and you might have seen I scoffed at beetroot. I don't like that either. I hate beetroot as well. And then you added pineapple. I thought, oh shit, we're going down. We're going to have I'm getting the fake texter ready. It's coming. And then you mentioned lettuce. Oh, lettuce has just saved you. Now you must really love lettuce.
I never thought I'd see the day lettuce would save me.
All right, that's going to be the most hectic food topic ones I've ever done, and I've had. You made it bloody exciting. This is like if you want to compare it to a footy game, though, we had the bloody swings and roundabouts. You had an 8-goal lead. You choked it, then you lost it. They got the goal, and then Zoe did the check side from the boundary with. She didn't kick a footy. She kicked a lettuce from the pocket in the bloody goals, and the texter got kicked down when she kicked the lettuce into the goals.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Sounds about like my life.
Oh, lettuce, how we love lettuce. Now, all right, okay. How can I compose myself after that? Lettuce wins. Now, all right. Who is the toughest opponent, Zoe, you've ever had to match up on?
Probably Sabrina Frederick Traub. She and I used to go head to head quite a bit, like back in state days and stuff like that. She's like a strong opponent, like would jump, like we both played ruck at the time, so like yeah, just hard to tackle, hard to get to the ground, and just every time that we would come up against each other, like it'd be not a tough day at the office, but it would be like I'd have to work. So yeah, probably Sabs.
Very good. Have you ever had to match up on any other former AFLW players at the time, or back then, if there was some that are currently playing now,
Yeah.
and or played alongside even?
Yeah, heaps.
They
Heaps.
go on.
I feel like I'm probably the only one that didn't get drafted out of our under-18s
Mm.
team in
damn.
2014, I think it was. No, I wasn't the only one, but there's probably about, I think I counted like 18 that got drafted
Oh
out of
wow.
that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of playing alongside like a lot of WA-based girls. Probably most of the ones in that AFLW that are WA-based I've played with or against. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that's been pretty cool. Like Emma King
Oh yeah.
was kind of like a bit of a role model for me, if you will. Like growing up, like she was tall. We played a similar position. Like, yeah, I always had to play against her as like a 14-year-old. It was hard.
Mm.
But yeah, like there's been quite a few like past or present AFLW players that I've had the pleasure of playing with. So, yeah, that's been really great.
It's very good. Yeah, speaking of Emma King, very underrated she is. Obviously at North Melbourne
Yeah,
doing her job in the ruck, and I mean, very, very hardly spoken about. And I mean, North have got superstars everywhere: Jazz Garner, Astra
yeah,
Dow, Jazz Ferguson. There's so many: Ruby Tripodi, Taylor Gadd, Alice O'Loughlin. They got so many stars, and I feel like her and Kim Rennie, who have partnered in the ruck the last few years,
yeah,
very, very. You hear even about the rucks. You always hear it's Ali Morfitt, it's Matilda Schultz, it's rucks
yeah.
like them, and they're just flying the radar, and they were killing it the last 2 years, or at least the last 2 years
That's
anyway.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think rucks tend to do that though, like fly under the
Mm.
radar a little bit. I think like as a ruck, I could probably say it's a bit of an underrated position. Like, you know, how can you give your team first use of the ball? It's got to start with your rucks from a centre bounce. So, you know, around the ground, they're always your bailout from your defensive 50, and
Mm.
yeah, they do a lot of hard running for not a lot of reward. So, yeah, I think they typically fly under the radar a little bit.
For sure. Now, nicknames, Zoe. What nicknames do you get, and does the word hug be involved in it?
Hug. Is
Yes.
that what you said? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
is
it
that
does.
involved in any of your nicknames?
Yeah, so like my main nickname is Huggy.
I thought so.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a wild
So
guess.
yeah, that's really been like my staple like forever, really. Yeah, Huggy with an IE. I actually really dislike it when it's spelt with a Y.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really know why, but like my dad used to be called Huggy Bear, because we're kind of
Yeah.
both big, scary but soft people, really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where the bear comes in because we're actual just like little marshmallows. Um, but yeah, Huggy's really the only one that I get.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty boring answer there.
No, that's fine. I mean, well, now is hugs something that's a thing with you? Obviously, by nicknames, it by I don't know how to word it, but is that something that is something that you do? Because I ask that because of the nickname.
Last name,
Because,
Huggett.
yeah, well, I
Um,
mean, your nickname's Huggy, and you'd say you didn't like hugs. It kind of throws it all over
it
the
wouldn't
water,
work.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love a hug. Yeah, hugs are
There you
great.
go. There we go.
Yeah,
Oh, good. Well, it fits a nickname then. Now
yeah.
we've been talking about fun facts before. So, what are some fun facts, Zoe, that you have that people may not know, or very limited few people know?
Grew up in the country, but I said that at the start, so I'm not really sure.
Mhm.
But I've kind of got to the point now where like I'm over 10 years being in the city, so people just don't know that I'm from the country.
Mhm.
I represented the state in 3 sports,
Mhm.
which is pretty cool. I have split the webbing in my finger twice.
Yikes.
Both having to have surgery to fix it. So that's kind of
Mhm.
rogue. What else was fun? I don't know. I'm pretty boring. I don't really have that many
Fair
fun
enough.
things.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Game day superstitions. You got any of them?
Nah, I don't.
No.
I like to have porridge
Okay.
before a game. Really boring, like literally plain porridge with just milk, and a bit of sugar. That's great. But yeah, I have that pretty much before every game. I've started this year going for like a walk, like with my dog down to the cafe. So
Of
that's been
course.
quite nice.
The dog's got to be involved.
Yeah, always. He's currently chewing on my arm, so
Typical.
yeah, very typical. But yeah, so that's kind of that. But I don't really have any superstitions. Like if I change the way about my game day, like I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's good because some people have so many, don't they? They have like some have like 10
Yeah,
things or 8, 10 things. It's just insane. Sometimes they might be normal things, but it's just the quantity. It's just you're overdoing it. Obviously, one
yeah,
of them
so
can't
many.
happen. Mm,
Yeah, and then people like get so like hell bent on it that like it
mm,
generally affects their game and stuff if they don't, I don't know, put their left shoe on first or don't wear like game day undies or something.
mm, for sure. Now, if you could have any superpowers, what would those superpowers be?
Mm. Um, Probably to be, I was gonna say invisible, and then I thought that that might be a bit sad if like people
A lot of
can't see
people
you
say
all the
that
time.
invincibility. They say.
Yeah, yeah. So like maybe, yeah, to be like invisible, and then you can like creep around anywhere that you not creep. That's the wrong word, but you can go anywhere and people can't see you. So that'd be kind of cool.
Like John Cena, no one can see him either.
Yeah.
Now, that's a good one. Favorite app, being a wrestling fan, you can tell by just the wrestling reference. Favorite app on your
Yeah.
phone?
Um, that's a good one. Probably. I just got a Whoop. Oh, sorry, my dog. I just got a Whoop, so I've been kind of like on the Whoop grind,
Oh
and
yeah,
seeing all my like stats and stuff. So
oh
that's
yeah,
been kind of cool. So sorry about the dog.
that's all right.
But other than that, probably Instagram. I probably use the most.
Yeah.
I love just seeing what people are up and about and doing and things like that. So yeah, keeping in
Mm,
touch with people that way.
that's good. Now, you're only a year older than me, but I'm going to ask this question because I don't like it, and I feel like someone at a similar age who can understand each other, I suppose. And you haven't mentioned it, but you
Yeah.
probably do like it, but you might not. TikTok, I can never get around to it. Do you understand the obsession people have with it, or do you actually like it so much as well? Like some?
I'm actually dreadful on TikTok. Dreadful in like the opposite way to you. Sorry, probably lose
Yeah,
another
okay.
point. But I do a lot of doom scrolling on TikTok. Like I fall asleep to it at night time for some reason. Um, and yeah, so I don't necessarily see it as an obsession like for me, but like I will watch it at night time. Or like if I'm
Oh yeah.
bored or something, then I'll just
So
go
it's
treat
more, yeah,
myself.
more of a if you're bored or whatever. It's not so much
Yeah.
as a, oh no, we're at the club or you're with me. Now we're going to do this video. Oh, TikTok, whatever you
Oh
want to
no,
call
don't
it.
do that.
No,
Nah,
no.
nah.
Yeah, some people do that. I can just see it. I can see some players from any leagues post it. And the clubs even do it a lot too. It's like,
Yeah, clubs get
oh, I can
around
never
it.
get around to it. I really can't. Some of
Yeah.
it's funny, I guess. Some I find embarrassing. Like, is in some of the things they do on it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they
Yeah,
like it, who
100%. Yeah.
cares? But from the outside, I couldn't see myself doing something like some of those dance ones. I know it's, I mean, they're probably funny, but like in terms of physically doing it myself, I go, good God, you can never pay me anything to do that.
Yeah. No, the kids
Not,
love it though. Like the kids at the club and stuff, like they will always be doing TikToks and stuff.
oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, it makes me laugh seeing them do it because I think it looks better on the final TikTok than it does when they're doing it. So
Oh, I get you.
um
Yeah, when they edit it and all that. Yeah.
yeah. But when they do it, it's funny. It cracks me
Mm,
up.
sure. For sure. Now, I got a few more for you, Zoe, so I really appreciate you coming on. Now, we talked about before, you said about rucks. I don't really get recognised too much. Now, the defenders. I feel like footy is a midfielder's game and forwards
Yeah,
game, but they deserve it. Do you feel
yeah.
like the defenders deserve their own recognition as well from a public eye, at least, especially at the AFL and AFLW level, where sure internally they get recognised, but like publicly, from in forms of an award, the mid's got a Brownlow, the rucks get recognised in Brownlow votes, and the forwards got the Coleman. Do
Yeah.
the defenders deserve
Yeah.
their own award as well?
Oh, I mean, defense is where this is going to sound really corny, but defense is where it starts. Really, like if you're going to get scored on every single time the ball goes down there or wherever, then like you're not going to be very successful as a team. So, oh my god, I'm really sorry.
That's all right. It's definitely making its presence known.
um, yeah, I think if you've got a poor backline, like you're not going to
Mm,
win games. So they 100% deserve more credit. Um,
mm,
and yeah, you're right. Like mids are always typically going to win. You know, your Brownlow or your BNF, and then
mm.
it's your defenders kind of get left without much. So yeah, it's sad
Sure.
times to be a defender.
For sure.
Maybe
Now
they
the
need
last
like a
one.
golden spoil or something.
That's right. The last one, so appreciate you coming on, Zoe, is simply this. What is your big, bold call for South Freo, yourself, an individual player, the league
Yeah.
in 2025?
Yeah, well, South for premiers. Across both comps, both league comps would be great. The boys are on to a hot start too, 2-0. After a good win against Peel on Saturday just gone, so that'd be really good. For me, like I have my own goals, like individually, like obviously would love to win leading goal kicker as a forward. That's you know you can really set your eyes to individual awards like that, but realistically, like I just want the team to win and play my part. And if kicking goals is going to help us get there and get a flag, then that's what I'm going to do.
Sure, Zoe. Yeah, it'd be good to see that. I mean, you know, kicking goals is great. And I mean, if you're going to win the league, that means you're getting at least around the 30 goal mark, which means 30 goal celebrations. Or you might do what Annalie does and involve yourself in other people's goal celebrations. So therefore, it's like you got one as well, and you're sharing the goals like she tries.
Yeah, exactly right. That's a good point. Annalie and I are going to have to come up with 30 goal celebrations. So
yeah, 30.
Stay tuned because we're going to come up with a few, hopefully.
For sure. It's been a pleasure. It's been a great chat. So I really enjoy this. I mean, I enjoy every interview, but this has been one of the good ones I've had recently. You know, I had dog interferences, and I couldn't believe goal kicking chats about how good it is. And the key word that we're going to take out of this is probably nothing to do with what we said. It is something we said, but it wasn't on our bingo card. And it's one simple word, one simple food. It's lettuce. Been a pleasure having you on, Zoe.
Yeah. Thanks you so much for having me.
Nice. Appreciate it.